ending that came out recently to a series that has been going on for a while. WandaVision, the final episode of WandaVision came out as of recent. I have strong opinions on this episode, but I would like to hear from you first because I didn't get to hear your opinion yet.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty awesome, man. Last week we talked about Vision versus Wanda, but we even give Vision versus Vision a thought, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think about Vision versus Vision. And then when they started going, I mean, I don't know, just the story of her trying to get her power, like I'm trying to take all your power to make myself stronger. That was kind of cool, and the effects there were cool. The story was kind of, it was okay, but I don't know, man. That Vision stuff was awesome to me, man. Like where he's telling like Vision, like I'm not your Vision. I'm just like a memory of her, man. Like of him. Yeah. You're actually who I'm supposed to be. You. Yeah. You or me, and they started talking science talk to each other and theses, and
it's like two intellectuals.
Yeah, I loved it though. I had no idea what they're talking about, but I loved it. They're talking about theses and stuff. Like if the science is sound. And he's like, well, you agree with me. I agree with you. And they're like science, talk. Yeah. But I don't know. It was cool. And then he unlocked his memory, dude. Like the data's there.
Yeah, so politely too. Like, may I? Sure.
He's like, the data's there. You just have to unblock it. And he was like, holy cow, this is who I am. It was awesome, man. I thought it was pretty cool. And now he's out there. He's out there. He's unlocked. It's just a matter of time till he comes and finds Wanda, man.
Yeah, where did he go exactly? Because he just kind of boogied out of there.
I don't know, dude, but I was reading reading an interview on, I think it was Collider not Collider, I forgot, I think it was Screen Rant, but that he's actually just as strong as Vision, if not just a little bit less stronger, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But his power level's up there, so that's pretty cool, man.
Cool. So, what'd you think about Agatha?
I thought that she was all right, man. She wasn't great. No. But for a TV show, she was cool. She was okay. She worked a little bit. She was just really like a mechanism to bring Scarlet Witch to where she was at. Yeah. They tried to find her a good adversary. They probably couldn't find someone. They probably someone that was really good. They wanted to save for a movie. So they're trying to find someone they can use for a TV show. She served her purpose. She looked way cooler than she did in the comics. I did a little research on her. And she was kind of... Well, I think maybe they should have used someone different than Karen Hahn.
The actress who portrayed Agatha?
But also, she's the one that pulls the neighbor stuff off really well, too, though.
She was great as the neighbor.
See, that's where it was hard. You're trying to find someone to do both roles. And she pulled the neighbor TV show really great, But when you're doing that goofy thing and when you try to flip the script to be evil, it kind of like... You take it less seriously, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, so...
I think I'm reverting back to what I said last week about Agatha or Adthika. Adthika. It's what a dyslexic person would say.
Oh, you can say that because you're dyslexic.
Yeah, I can say that because I'm dyslexic.
That's right.
I can say whatever I want about dyslexic people. I think she was utterly pointless. I think the actress portraying her was great. Yeah. As the neighbor. I think she was wonderful as the neighbor. I think she was incredibly charismatic and joyful and funny. And as Adthika, she was boring. She was generic. And I think Marvel just did not have the balls to make it solely about Vision and Wanda. They felt like they needed to add a villain for them to fight at the end. Now, if it was Vision, the White Vision, I feel like that could have been better. I feel like that could have been more centralized to the theme of forgetting and letting things go and moving on and maturing. That's kind of what they did at the end with Wanda. But Adthika was pretty useless. I didn't enjoy her storyline. I thought her rivalry with Wanda was kind of bland.
Like I said, she was just a device to bring her power out and to explain what her power is. It was like it was context, man, for her. You know what I mean? But yeah, they didn't really. They could have just used Vision as the bad guy. Yeah, because he probably could have whooped up on both of them, dog. To tell you the truth, man. Yeah.
I think they miscalculated what they were trying to make this whole series about. And I'm not going to lie, seeing her in like the Scarlet Witch costume was cool, and seeing her become the Scarlet Witch was awesome. It was cool. But the whole show was about grief and about getting over your past. Yeah. And I feel like if they kept that centralized theme and made that the whole point of it, then that would have been a better series than just making it like, oh, you're the Scarlet Witch. We all knew that. So that part was kind of tacked on.
But we called her that. They never actually call her that in
True.
in the MCU. They just call her, whatever, what's her name is Maximoff. They don't actually call her Scarlet Witch. And when I seen her in her uniform, I was like, all I could think was like, oh my God, how cool are the X-Men going to look when their outfits come out in the MCU? I was like, her outfit looked good, man.
It was pretty good. It looked like a tiara for a second, though.
Like the dark red with the black mixed in. Y'all, she looked pretty bad. Mm-hmm. And the way she can charge her powers and throw it now, yeah, like, like I thought she was pretty dope, Scarlet Witch. But like you said, like, maybe they didn't need that cat. What's her name? Agatha. Maybe they need her, man. But as a whole, as their first show, trying to do this and make, I thought they did a pretty good job. Even with the characters they had. This is not Iron Man. This isn't Thor. Yeah. This isn't Captain America. This is Wanda and Vision. You know what I'm saying? These are two side characters that had a pretty good show, man. And the end was a pretty good payoff.
Definitely.
And at the end, you see her freaking like going outside making tea, and in the back, her subconscious is doing spells. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, she's about to power up, dude. Like, it's gonna be her and Doctor Strange taking on. I can just see her in
Multiverse of Madness, ladies and gentlemen.
Because she said that she's even more powerful now than the Sorcerer Supreme. Mm-hmm. And when they said that, like, oh man, maybe Doctor Strange is gonna be in this, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward.
Doctor Strange has some competition.
Yeah, and I'm ready to see that, dude. Yeah.
They definitely nailed I will say they did nail the ending with Vision and Wanda. When he turned the lights on to see her again, it's like, I just wanted to see you clearly again. It's like, oh man, that hurts.
When like because I follow Kevin Smith on Instagram, and he was like, I cried twice. I was like, I just watched it. Like, what did you watch? He made him cry like that. Like, what did he watch? And then I read later it was that, and I was like, yeah, he made me cry too. Like, because the boys had just disappeared. She's bringing the hex in and turning everything back to normal. And Vision knows it's just a matter of time till he's gone too. Mm-hmm. He tucks the boys in, gives them kisses, tells them he loves them. You
gotta say bye to your kids,
and then just
like, see you later. We won't see you tomorrow because you'll be dead.
And then he goes into the room and sits down with his wife, stands with his wife, and talks to her. And he's like, what am I? She's like, you're part of the Mind Stone. That's part of my soul, whatever she said. Oh man, and she just described like all he is to her, and I was like, and then he cries. Oh man,
oh my gosh.
And my daughter, because I was watching, she's like, how is he crying? He's a robot. I was like, exactly. He's a robot and he's crying, dude. It was just. That's why I liked it, man. Because at the heart, it was about grief, like you said, grief and losing people and love, and their relationship, and it was pretty good, man. I think of maybe if they have a season 2, they'll tweak it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Though, if they get a season 2, they'll tweak it. They'll do what they have to do to make it better. Yeah.
I do think the ending could have been better. Specifically because I think Wanda should have had a little more repercussions for the people. Because when she walked up to Mrs. Rambo lady, and she said to Wanda, they'll never know what you sacrificed for her. Are you joking? She's the one who trapped them in the first place.
Yeah.
You got to see how much they actually affected her when that lady walked up to her. It's like, hey, can you just take my daughter out of the house? Because I want to see her for a second. Like, oh my gosh, that's pretty messed up.
And they were like, she was like, they hate me and they have every right to, but I can't change it. So
they have every right to. And like, look, yes, you made everything better at the end, but you also trapped them, and I think she should be held accountable for some of that, and maybe that will happen in season 2. Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll go into that if they have a season 2. We don't know if that's going to happen.
And then I guess we didn't get the super freaking, cameo everyone was talking about. Unless
what was the cameo?
I guess it was a Skrull, but that wasn't
a Skrull. Who cared about that?
That wasn't really big, maybe it was Paul Bettany. Maybe Vision was the super. I don't know.
If that was it, that was pretty lame. Or maybe someone said like Luke Skywalker sized cameo. I was like, who is that going to be?
Maybe
a Skrull that no one's heard about.
Like a funny one, like at the end of Spider-Man: Homecoming, where Captain America's like, hey, sometimes you wait to this movie, you get something really important. That's not one of these times.
Not today.
Not today. Yeah. Maybe it was something like that. Like they pulled a joke on us, man.
Maybe they pulled a joke and it's like, instead of something important,
you get this. It's a Skrull.
It's Larry the Skrull.
Hey guys, remember me? Yeah, it was cool though.
I was the background Skrull.
That last end scene where she's like read like doing like Doctor Strange. That was cool for me. So I want to see where I want to see where it goes from there. But and I don't know. I'll give it a 7.5. I give the season 7.5. What would you give it?
I'll give it a high five.
A high five
and a burger.
A high five and a burger. So
a burger
is that
from
good?
Sonic, not from Whataburger. You don't get that, but from Sonic. It's not bad, but it's not Whataburger.